What else you got up for us?
We gonna keep it rolling. We got Wendy Williams, man.
Wendy Williams, damn.
Yeah, so Wendy Williams has been placed in like a rehabilitation.
Look, yeah, that little center thing she in up in that
facility,
little.
like
Yeah, she been up in the window. I seen her on
something.
TMZ. It's like a little apartment thing, but it's like a little almost like a prison. She got to stay there.
No, not so much in prison, but
well, that's what she's calling.
Yeah, they're trying to help her, and she dropped a note for NYPD saying that she needs help and that they're keeping her against her will and all types of crazy shit.
So do you think her dementia is playing a part in that, or do you think that they really is keeping her against her will?
I think it's a little bit of both, because there's a lot of strangers helping her, and she probably is uncomfortable with that and thinks they're trying to, you know what I mean, do something wrong to her. But you know how she's been over the past years, like, so she needs someone around her.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, to keep her safe. But yeah, I don't see them letting her out like that, for sure not.
I mean, if you got dementia, one thing you got to realize is that you really don't know what's going on. So if her being in there is going to keep her safe, then that's one thing. But I heard her calling on the Breakfast Club, right?
Yeah.
So when she called in on the Breakfast Club, man, she sounded kind of normal. She sounded like she knew everything. She was on her P's and Q's. It almost seemed like somebody, forced her into that situation. You know what I mean? Like maybe she had a rough night of drugs or alcohol or whatever, and it was like, oh, you're messed up, you got to sign this.
Yeah, and I could see him doing that, like using her past and, trying to use that against her. Like you said, someone trying to get her money, and but she's been going through it for a while, so she needs some help.
It's drugs and alcohol, and when you do a lot of drugs and alcohol, it makes you start having dementia. Yeah. It messes up your mind and the way you think. And I'm not saying she does have dementia, I'm not saying she doesn't, but the signs that I've seen, it looked like she a pretty, competent woman. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's in my personal opinion.
No, in my opinion, I think she needs help. She needs someone around her.
So you think when she dropped the note, out the window, she was just out of her mind?
No, she probably does need help, but like she got the help she needs. So I don't know. Like you said, as it unfolds, we'll know more. But I don't, like you said.
I think that somebody had her sign some papers one day when she was messed up.
Yeah,
and I
can understand them doing that.
Yeah,
for sure.
and they trying to take her money and get control of her estate. And I think somebody probably did do that to her.
Because there's been a lot of speculations, like when she was involved with Diddy back in the days and a bunch of shit. Like Diddy messed her head all up. So it's like a lot of accusations and allegations, but it's like she's the only one suffering in this situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my whole thing will be like this. Like, why wouldn't she have like someone closer to her take over the power of her will and or power of her life? Like, why would it be like this person? Why wouldn't it be like somebody like, just way closer in their family, like
no, she got sons, she has husbands, but I think like you said, we said she's getting a divorce and all types of shit.
I just think that somebody trying to take advantage of her and she know what's going on. Yeah. And I think at a certain point she probably was out of it. But now
I wouldn't put that past,
because I've seen someone do fentanyl and they were out of it, and then all of a sudden they bounced back, but it took them a while to get back to their regular self. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm thinking what happened with Wendy. Like, I think for a while she was out of it and then she bounced back.
No, but she's still out of it.
I don't know. She just makes perfect sense when she's talking on the Breakfast Club on the phone interview. So we'll see. But shouts out to Wendy, man.
No, but like we were saying, she probably thinks she don't need it. You know what I mean?
I understand.
She don't need to be there.
I know the NYPD, they brought her back, so we'll see what happens. Like you said, we'll see as it unfolds, man.
Yeah, man. My condolences to her. Hopefully she gets through what she's going through, man.
Off top.